Hello again. This is James DeGrazzi coming to you again with another episode of Put It on the Line. So today we're going to actually talk about the line. So we're going to talk about uses of what color line to use and what type of water situation that you're fishing in. So let's focus on the concepts of, can the fish see the line, based off of, at the same point in time, a lot of fishermen like high visibility, depending on whether they're trolling, they want to see where their lines are. If they got multitudes of people on the boat using different colors and such, maybe different rods are doing different things. And it also helps them sight where they're not actually feeling the fish bite, they're actually watching the rods to see if anything are biting on it. So we'll be covering off that kind of stuff, as well as looking into the colors of the lines themselves. So first off, there's different types of approaches when it comes to this. So if you're looking at different line colors, so obviously a clear line such as a monofilament, works good because fish don't see it. It's clear. But at the same point in time, that line has stretch, right? So a lot of individuals are going to want line that doesn't have stretch, or they're going to use it in combination with a fluorocarbon. Fluorocarbon is some of the best line because it's pretty much clear, translucent in water. It's been tested with divers, even in the ocean and lakes where they can't see it. Red line, pink line tends to dissipate in color, depending on depth. Same thing like if you're using a red lure or pink lure, as I said in previous videos, and we're fishing at a specific depth, the fish aren't going to see it. So let's cover off some things that we got here on our web page here. I posted a beautiful here that kind of breaks it down. So if you're looking at fishing line by water, obviously clear fluorocarbon you want to use in ultra clear water. When fish are being picky, finicky with your presentation, that's always a good choice. So if you're going into muddy water, that's when you could step up to somewhat of a braided line, a yellow monofilament, just to give you higher visibility of where your line is, how it's tracking the water, and as well as give you that availability to see if fish are biting it for sight lines. And as you get into darker water, such as a green hued water, a lot of waters in, like, say, Canada and the northern states get algae blooms. Once you get those algae blooms, using that type of line works pretty good, in my opinion. Obviously, working through that, as well as keeping in mind the depth of the water you're working at, not only the color of the water. So here that breaks down what depth of visibility will a fish see that line, or that line color becomes available. So obviously red, you can see in the top of the water column, it's going to be that color red, and then as it descends down into the depths, it almost turns into a matching color of what the hue of the water is going to look like. Blue does the same. So if you're fishing in deeper water, using a high vis blue line works out good too, because it's going to dissipate within depth. Fluorocarbon, as I said previously, in clear water, you're just not going to see it. The fish aren't going to see it. Obviously, fluorocarbon is more expensive than most. It's right up there with some of the high quality braided line. Going into green monofilament, same thing. If we're in green water already, it's matching everything, but as green descends in that water column, it's going to get darker green. And then clear monofilament, same as the fluorocarbon. Off, fishing line with watercolor and depth, right? So now we got to take a look to see how you're going to utilize knots if you're going to be tying a high vis line to a low vis leader. Many knots are available out there to get this job done. We've posted a chart on a few good knots on how to tie those leaders together. Here would be an example of a few knots here. I like to use more or less the uni knot. Works really good. You're just kind of tying 2 knots independent on each line, and then you pull them together so they back each other up. Works real good. The strongest knot is obviously going to be the one on the left. Works out real good because you're winding both leaders together to make one fine knot. There's a lot of knots available out there. Just Google around, take a look around, talk to your local fishing experts, and yeah, this should be very helpful to you and everyone out there. So keep in mind that we covered off, the clarity of the water, whether the fish are going to see it, and the depth you're fishing in. So keep both those in mind, as well as the color of the fishing lure. We went over that in a previous video, so take a look at that as well. I will tag it at the end of this video here on YouTube so you can follow in with it. Everything will come together. We covered off match the hatch on our previous episode, which is a really good one, as well as how to target those hungry females during the spawn. So hope this helps you out. Hope it keeps your lines tight. Once again, comment, like, follow, share, subscribe, and hit that notification button to see when we got new videos coming out. And once again, keep those lines tight, as I said previous, and have fun out there. That's what it's all about. So this is James McGrazy with FireTide Fishing, signing off and telling you, have a fun day out there.